will say it's always like, we just need that. You know, after a while, you know, like in a marriage, you need to kind of, let me not use marriage as an example.
From shocking jail time to fiery clapbacks, the Real Housewives universe has never been messier. Porsha Williams is coming in hot, and Karen, well, let's just say orange might be her new favorite color. So Karen Huger, the self-proclaimed Grand Dame of Potomac, was arrested in Maryland on suspicion of DUI and multiple driving violations. Reports say she was pulled over late at night after allegedly crashing her 2017 Maserati into a median. Police noticed signs of impairment, think glassy eyes and the smell of alcohol, and charged her not only with DUI, but also with negligent driving, reckless driving, and driving on a suspended license. Talk about a stacked rap sheet. Karen later addressed the situation, admitting she was going through a lot emotionally. After losing both of her parents, she called the incident a wake-up call and insisted she's taking full responsibility, even thanking fans for their support. But let's be real, this arrest raised eyebrows across the Bravo fandom. Not only is Karen known for her sharp tongue and polished image, but this incident also left many wondering how it might impact her standing on Real Housewives of Potomac. Will it shake her Queen Bee status? Or will she spin this into a redemption arc? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, Porsha stepping in with her own fiery takes, and we'll get to that in just a minute.
Where are you driving from?
Why are you interviewing me?
Because you were in an accident and you appear to be impaired.
Well, I'm not. No, I appear, but
Okay,
I'm not.
that's right. That's why I'm asking questions.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, no, ma'am, you're not free to leave.
Honey,
You are not free to leave.
you can't go until we answer some
You
questions.
answer the question.
I'll answer the question.
You leave
Okay,
me
then
alone.
you stay right there then.
But you-
Okay, for me.
Don't
okay?
touch me.
All right, don't
Okay.
go anywhere then.
Don't touch me.
Karen, please.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you.
Listen.
You good?
I'm good.
You have it?
I'm good, but
You'll answer.
I will help you answer the questions. Okay?
Where is she coming from?
Okay.
I should probably take a cab.
You probably should have taken a cab, yes.
Thank you.
Or an Uber.
But I'm very rich. I am Thomas Justice's concubine.
The computer's going to continue reading the phone. All I need you to do is...
Cameras weren't even rolling when Karen Huger was taken into custody, but trust me, the streets were buzzing. Karen, often praised as the Grand Dame of Real Housewives of Potomac, found herself making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Here's what went down. Late at night in Maryland, Karen was behind the wheel of her sleek 2017 Maserati when things took a dangerous turn. Reports say she crashed into a median, damaging her car. When police arrived, they immediately noticed signs of impairment, glassy, bloodshot eyes, and the smell of alcohol. That's when the real trouble began. Karen was hit with a DUI charge, but that wasn't the only thing on the list. She was also cited for negligent driving, reckless driving, and driving on a suspended registration. And let's not overlook the detail that raised a lot of eyebrows. She was allegedly speeding in a residential zone. It was a messy, multi-layered situation that left fans stunned. Now, what's important to note here is that Karen's arrest didn't just come out of thin air. Some insiders have whispered that this moment was years in the making. Karen has always been seen as the polished, untouchable queen of the show, the one who keeps it classy even when everyone else is falling apart. But behind the scenes, sources say she's been under enormous pressure. Karen herself has admitted that the passing of both her parents in recent years took a major emotional toll on her. She described the night of the arrest as a bad decision made in the middle of grief and stress, calling it her rock bottom moment. But here's the kicker. Some insiders claim this was no random arrest. Word on the street is that Karen's behavior has been spiraling for a while, and some believe there were warning signs even before that night. To make things even juicier, Porsha Williams just might know exactly why it happened. Which brings us to the woman who's no stranger to headlines herself, Porsha Williams.
Do y'all remember when I was pregnant? Baby, that mouth, I had no filter. And like, honestly, when you're going through a divorce, you have no filter.
Porsha wasted no time before jumping into the conversation. She hopped on Instagram Live, serving up her signature sass, and told her followers, "Y'all act like you didn't see this coming." Fans were instantly glued to their screens, waiting for the next spicy comment. Porsha didn't hold back. She pointed out that Karen has been playing perfect for too long and hinted that this arrest was simply Karen's real life finally catching up with her on-camera persona. In her live stream, Porsha didn't just stop at surface level shade, she dug deeper, bringing up past feuds, emotional breakdowns, and moments when Karen seemed to be on edge. Moments most viewers might have missed or brushed off. According to Porsha, Karen's stress wasn't just about grief, it was also about keeping up appearances and staying on top of the Real Housewives of Potomac hierarchy. "You can only fake it for so long," Porsha said, raising eyebrows across the fandom, and if that wasn't enough, Porsha subtly hinted that Karen's legal troubles might be tied to more than just alcohol. Without naming names, she talked about the pressures of fame, financial strain, and people living above their means, comments that fans were quick to connect to Karen's situation. Poyler's comments struck a nerve because they weren't just random jabs. They were a reflection of years of tension between the two. While they're from different shows, their paths have crossed often in the Bravo universe, from reunions to BravoCon events. There's always been a subtle rivalry, with Karen playing the elegant, old-school housewife role and Porsha leaning into her outspoken, take-no-prisoners vibe. So when Porsha spoke out, it felt less like gossip and more like a long-simmering pot finally boiling over. She wasn't just throwing shade, she was unpacking years of tension that led to this moment. Porsha made it clear that Karen's arrest wasn't just about a bad night out, it was about cracks in an image Karen has been carefully curating for years. But wait, where did all this tension even start? Let's rewind the tape.
Basically, if you're in a relationship and you need to like bring back the oomph, I feel like these new girls are going to bring that, oh, I want to get to know her. Oh, I want to hear what she got to say. That. Because when you have them people on the show and you just be like, bitch, I don't really care what you have to say. You know, I don't care about your perspective. I don't care whether you lying or telling the truth. You're boring.
Remember when Porsha Williams and Karen Huger were brunch besties, sipping mimosas and laughing it up? Those days seem like a distant memory now because the tension between the two has been brewing for seasons. What started off as a bond over similar experiences and shared glamour quickly turned into a rivalry that nobody could ignore. At first, it seemed like they were just two strong personalities trying to navigate the chaos of Real Housewives of Potomac, Porsha with her unfiltered attitude and vibrant energy, and Karen with her polished, poised demeanor. They would have made a perfect duo, right? Wrong. Their friendship quickly hit a wall. The cracks began to show when Porsha started rising in the RHOP ranks, gaining a larger fan base and more recognition, while Karen's position as the queen bee of the show was being challenged. One of the key moments that built the tension came during a reunion where the two went head to head. Porsha accused Corey of being a hypocrite, calling her out for pretending to be this perfect, untouchable figure while subtly tearing down others behind the scenes. And Karen wasn't having it. She fired back, throwing some serious shade at Porsha's personal life, insinuating that Porsha's relationship choices weren't exactly as glamorous as they seemed on TV. It was a low blow, but it showed just how much resentment had built up between them. From there, the rivalry only escalated. Their interactions became more passive-aggressive, each woman throwing subtle jabs, with Karen often making sly comments about Porsha's maturity and place on the show. Porsha, on the other hand, didn't hesitate to call out Karen's need for validation. She took shots at Karen's over-the-top behavior, especially when it came to Karen's obsession with maintaining her Grand Dame title. This power struggle was now in full swing and no one was backing down. And let's not forget about the infamous Surratt moments from a past season, where Karen almost stormed off the set after Porsha made a joke about her age and her newly acquired wealth. Karen was visibly furious, but Porsha couldn't care less. The tension was palpable, and fans could sense that these two weren't going to make up anytime soon, which brings us to the current day and the power play that's truly shaken up the entire Potomac cast. Porsha's wasn't just stirring the pot, she was trying to run the whole kitchen. After all, she's been around for the long haul. But as Porsha's popularity soared, so did her confidence, and Karen's attempts to control the narrative started to feel like a direct challenge to Porsha's growing stardom. Karen wanted to be seen as the undisputed leader of the group, the one everyone bowed down to. But Porsha wasn't about to let that slide. This dynamic has had a ripple effect throughout the entire cast. Other members, like Gazelle Bryant and Robin Dixon, have taken sides, with some subtly backing Karen's leadership, while others seem to favor Porsha's rise. There's a clear divide, and it's shaking up the group. The cast is finding themselves caught in the middle of this battle, with alliances shifting and friendships hanging in the balance. Behind the scenes, there's talk that the producers are loving this chaos. It's the kind of drama that keeps viewers coming back for more. But the real question is, are we one fight away from a full-on implosion? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What's next for Porsha after dropping these bombshells?
Just wonder, like,
What?
poor white, black, green people. You wonder, like, people.
It has nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah, it does. It has everything. So
It
what's
actually
your
has
point?
zero to do with that. I don't
So,
get to make
I'm sorry.
how this happens.
Alright, it's not you. I'm sorry. I'm extremely
computer's gonna read
intelligent.
you.
I am Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
The computer's
and
gonna continue reading that
half
for
of the
all I
nation.
need you
Your
to do
point
is
is
listen.
what? No, what you need to do is tell me what you want.
All I need you to do is listen. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
While Karen's dealing with court dates and all the legal mess surrounding her arrest, Porsha's been focused on leveling up in every way possible. We're talking about new business ventures, more time spent with her growing family, and some pretty exciting projects on the horizon. Word on the street is that Porsha might even be working on a spinoff show, giving fans a deeper look into her life beyond the drama. She's stepping into new roles, shifting her focus, and proving that she's got a whole lot more to offer than just reality TV feuds. The public's reaction to Porsha's comeback has been a mixed bag, though. Some fans are all about her fresh start and are ready to see what's next. They're rooting for her success, excited to watch her rise above the drama. Others are still holding on to the tension with Karen, curious to see if this is really the last we'll see of their rivalry. Either way, Porsha's making waves and doing it on her own terms. But is this really the end of the Porsha-Karen saga, or just the calm before the next storm? Whose side are you on? Team Karen or Team Porsha? Drop your thoughts in the comments, cause I know y'all have opinions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter in this wild Housewives drama.